address is both sides 106 at live.com. And you can join us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or link us up on Skype. We look forward to receiving your instant messages on MSN or Yahoo and your text messages on 365-3346. Remember, we have two ears and one mouth, so we can listen twice as much as we speak. So stay with us as we listen to both sides of the story.
Both sides of the story.
Both sides of the story. Both sides of the story. Both sides of the story.
Both sides of the story.
We always need to hear both sides of the story.
Knowledge is power. Class is in session. Power 106.
Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.
Whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong, whether I find a place in this world or never belong, I gotta be me, I gotta be me. What else can I be but what I am? I wanna live, not merely survive, of this dream of life that keeps me alive. I gotta be me, I gotta be me. The dream that I see makes me what I am. That faraway prize, a world of success, is waiting for me if I heed the call. I won't settle down, won't settle for less, as long as there's a chance that I can have it all. I'll go it alone, that's how it must be. I can't be right for somebody else if I'm not right for me. I gotta be free, I've gotta be free. Daring to try to do it or die, I've gotta be me. I'll go it alone, that's how it must be. I can't be right for somebody else if I'm not right for me. I gotta be free, I just gotta be free. Daring to try to do it or die. I gotta be free.
2021 to 2030 is the International Decade of Healthy Aging, the International Decade of Ecosystem Restoration, the International Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development, and the Decade of Action for Road Safety. It's the 26th day of the 10th month of 2021, the International Year of Peace and Trust, the International Year of Creative Economy for Sustainable Development, the International Year of Fruits and Vegetables, the International Year for the Elimination of Child Labor, and the International Year of Health and Care Workers. Put another way, it's the 26th day of the 5th month of the 2021 Atlantic hurricane season. And according to the National Hurricane Center in Miami, Florida, a deepening non-tropical low-pressure system with storm force winds is about 400 miles east-northeast of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. The system is forecast to move north-northeastward today, and there's a brief chance of it acquiring some limited subtropical characteristics before it merges with another frontal system. The extratropical low is then expected to meander off the mid-Atlantic and northeast U.S. coasts tonight and tomorrow, Wednesday, bringing rain and wind to portions of those areas. After that time, the low pressure is expected to move eastward away from the U.S. coast and could again acquire some subtropical characteristics while it moves eastward or southeastward over the warmer waters of the central Atlantic. Closer to home, there's a high-pressure ridge across Jamaica, which is expected to remain dominant over the next few days, at least the dominant feature over the next few days. Expect isolated showers and thunderstorms, and didn't we get some this afternoon? Yes, we did in the corporate area, across sections of northern and hilly inland areas. Otherwise, partly cloudy. Tonight will become fair. Tomorrow will be mainly sunny in the morning and partly cloudy in the afternoon. And while we take note of the weather, let's remember that the clouds of COVID-19 continue to hover ominously, and therefore let's continue to strengthen our immune system, wear our masks, wash and sanitize our hands as often as possible, avoid touching the face with unclean hands, and keep our distance of at least 6 feet. And yes, even if we are fully vaccinated or we have just received one dose, we still need to do all of those things. We still need to follow the protocols unless or until we are otherwise advised. October is still being observed as Jamaica Red Cross Month. And by the way, on COVID-19, we heard on the 12 o'clock news that the Prime Minister is expected to give the country, my words now in general terms, give the country a sense of what to expect going forward, because I believe the current iteration of COVID-19 conditions under the Disaster Risk Management Act expires pretty soon. I don't remember when, actually. I'll have to double check to be more precise. Thursday coming. Right, Thursday the 28th. Thank you very much, Shandell. So the current iteration of the protocols expires on Thursday the 28th. And so the Prime Minister is expected to tell the nation this afternoon in Parliament what the plan is moving beyond Thursday. Let's listen out for that. In the meantime, as we were saying, October is still being observed as Jamaica Red Cross Month, Oral Health Month, Lupus Awareness Month, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month, National Egg Month, National Heritage Month. The Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters Association, JMEA, wants to remind all of us that October is Manufacturers Month. It's also Cybersecurity Awareness Month, Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and Correctional Services Awareness Month. In the United Kingdom, October is celebrated as Black History Month. And let's not forget that October is also Legal Deposit Month. And the National Library of Jamaica is encouraging every national publisher in Jamaica to, within 1 month of the publication of any document which he or she publishes in Jamaica, deposit in the legal depository the number of copies specified. This is also a busy week. This week is being observed as a Public Health Inspectors Week under the theme Strengthening Environmental Health, Lessons Learned from the Pandemic. This week is also Fire Life Safety Awareness Week under the theme Empowering Citizens to Create Fire-Safe Communities. Global Media and Information Literacy Week activities continue on this, the 110th anniversary of the birth of former Prime Minister Sir Donald Sangster. It's also the anniversary of the birth of Randolph Williams. And if that name doesn't ring a bell, then how about if we were to say Ranny Williams or Mas Ran? Yes, he was born in Colon, Panama on this day in 1912. That's about 109 years ago. Other observances as we go to our first break on both sides of the story. It's Angam Day in Nauru, Armed Forces Day in Benin and Rwanda, a national day in Austria, and St. Demetrius Day in Bulgaria. More in a moment.
Gotta be free, daring to try to see win or die. I've gotta be me. I'll go it alone. That's how it must be. I can't be right for somebody else if I'm not right for me. I gotta be free. I just gotta be free. Daring to try to do it or die. I gotta be.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
2:15.
Waiting on your receivables, waiting to purchase raw materials to fulfill your next order, waiting to get paid for goods already sold. 60 days, 90 days, invoices way past due. What if you could be insured for up to 85% of your domestic and foreign receivables, so that if you don't get paid on time, your biggest priority, your business, will not have to wait? Trade credit insurance. Insurance worth having. Credit without waiting. Exim Bank. By helping businesses, we save lives and livelihood.
Power Talk on Power 106 FM, finding solutions to the challenges we face in a globalized world. Power Talk, taking talk radio to another level. Join Dr. Herbert Gale on Mondays and Tuesdays and Simon Crosskill from Wednesday to Friday as they provide riveting analysis on the issues of the day and speak with stakeholders charged with driving innovation to move Jamaica forward. Tune in for innovative features designed to showcase local developments and highlight how the global issues of the 21st century are being addressed. That's the powerful pair, Dr. Herbert Gale and Simon Crosskill on Power Talk, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. weekdays, right here on Power 106 FM.
The call, I won't settle down, won't settle for less. As long as there's a chance that I can have it all, I'll go it alone. That's how it must be. I can't be right for somebody else if I'm not right for me. I gotta be free. I've gotta be free. Daring to try to do it or die. I've gotta be me. I'll go it alone.
Hoy es martes el 26 de octubre 2021 y les saludamos en cualquier parte del mundo que nos están escuchando en este momento. Estamos muy agradecidos por el don de la vida y el privilegio de servirles en otra edición de su programa Both Sides of the Story, ambos lados de la historia. Nunca vamos a tomar su audiencia por sentado, porque sabemos que ustedes tienen otras opciones. Y esta es la razón por la cual jamás olvidamos darle las gracias por elegir Both Sides of the Story, ambos lados de la historia, de lunes a viernes, desde las 2 hasta las 5 de la tarde, aquí en Power 106 FM. La misión continúa para educar, capacitar, iluminar y estimular el espíritu empresarial. Bienvenidos.
This world or never belong. I gotta be me.
C'est mardi le 26 octobre 2021 et nous vous saluons tous qui nous écoutez où que vous soyez dans le monde. Nous sommes reconnaissants du don de la vie ainsi que du privilège d'être à votre service par une nouvelle édition de votre programme Both Sides of the Story, le pour et le contre. Nous ne considérons pas votre fidélité comme l'un de soi parce que nous savons que vous avez l'embarras du choix. C'est pourquoi nous n'oublions jamais de vous remercier de choisir d'écouter Both Sides of the Story, le pour et le contre, du lundi au vendredi de 2h à 5h de l'après-midi sur notre antenne Power 106 FM. Nous continuons notre mission d'éduquer, d'habiliter, d'éclairer et d'encourager l'esprit d'entreprise. Bienvenue.
I won't settle down, won't settle for less. As long
All we're saying is it's Tuesday, the 26th of October, 2021, and we greet you well wherever in the world you are listening to us right now. We remain eternally grateful for the gift of life and the privilege to serve you on yet another edition of your program, Both Sides of the Story. We don't ever take your listenership for granted because we know you have choices. And that's why we never ever forget to remember to say thanks for choosing to listen to Both Sides of the Story Monday to Friday, 2 to 5, right here on Power 106 FM. The mission continues to educate, empower, enlighten, and encourage entrepreneurship. Welcome.
if I'm not right for me, I gotta be free. I just gotta be free. Daring to try to do it or die. I gotta be free.
It's the 299th day of the year 2021, which means there are 66 days left in the year, and Christmas Day is 59 days away. Good afternoon to those of you listening to us on 106.1, 106.3, 106.5, 106.7, and 106.9. From Morant Point to Negril Point, From the Goat Islands to Galena Point, this is Power 106 FM, serving Jamaica and the diaspora. Hello to those tuned in via the Power 106 FM app, which you can download from the App Store or the Google Play Store, depending on the nature of your device. Downloading is free, listening is free, whenever, wherever. We thank you if you've logged on to the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. Subscribers to onespotmedia.com also have access to both sides of the story in particular and Power 106 FM in general. Welcome if you've dialed one of two designated numbers to listen to Power 106 FM from the United States and the United Kingdom. Those in the United States who wish to dial a number to listen to Power 106 FM can call 631-359-8281. 631-359-8281. If you're in the United Kingdom and you wish to dial a number to listen to Power 106 FM, your number is 0330-606-0953, 0330-606-0953. We're streaming live video on the Dervan Malcolm Facebook page and affiliated pages. If you're not there yet, log on to Facebook. In the search box atop the page, type DERVAN and you will be able to follow us and watch on Facebook Live. If you don't have a Facebook account, no sweat. Once you have a device, whether it's considered a smart device or a not so smart device, as long as it has internet capability, which means it has a platform to onboard internet service, and if you have service, first of all, and then of course the next step is to open a browser like Google Chrome, for example, and type YouTube. The website will come up, and if you do that right now, you should see this video trending. If not, then in the YouTube search box, type DERVANMALCOLM, and you too will be able to watch both sides of the story on YouTube, even as you listen on Power 106 FM. We thank all those who have found other ways and means of listening to us wherever in the world you are on various platforms. If you wish to get in touch with us, and in particular to share with us your thoughts, your ideas, your comments, your impressions, your perspectives, your experiences, your suggestions, your recommendations, your issues, whatever is on your mind, consider this a Jamaican veranda or a Jamaican front yard or a Jamaican backyard, however you look at it. But with not just Jamaicans, of course, naturally dominated by Jamaicans, but imagine friends of Jamaica and indeed the rest of the world listening in and also participating. So it presents us with an opportunity to do a snapshot of how people are feeling, what people are thinking, what people stand for, what they believe in, etc. And we demonstrate a level of respect for everyone, irrespective of, as Bob Marley would say, who the guy is. Respect is key. We don't have to agree at all. We could very much disagree on everything, but we don't necessarily have to be disagreeable. Get the point? Because the world has always been a place of individuals, a place of individuals. Each individual is unique. Each individual is different. Each individual has or engenders or nurtures his or her own thoughts, his or her own ideas, his or her own perspectives, his or her own views, his and will make his or her own choices. Yes, and that's not to neglect reference to the communities within a country, and working together. In the final analysis, it boils down to what each individual does at a particular point in time. What an individual does at a particular point in time has implications, even if not immediate, but has implications not only for himself or herself and his or her family, friends, colleagues, neighbors, but the broader community and potentially the world. And if you ever doubt that one Jamaican, for example, can make a difference globally, check the history. Check the history of this country and its people. So the lines are open, 876-922-4112-5. 876-922-4112-5. Those are the numbers to reach us on if you wish to participate in discussions, talks, sharing of ideas, exchanging perspectives, whatever is on your mind. The lines are open. The text line is also good to go. It's the same as our WhatsApp number, which means you can not only send us your text messages, but also your WhatsApp messages, your voice notes. In fact, you can call us via WhatsApp. And if you want to make a direct call, you can call that same WhatsApp number direct. 876-365-3346. 876-365-3346. And as you're well aware, we're all over social media. You can post your comments all over. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Skype, Instagram, LinkedIn, BBM, Yahoo Messenger, Tango, WhatsApp, Snapchat, TikTok, all over, giving you options. How about that? Let's come back with more after the break.
I gotta be me.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
2:30. The Caribbean Maritime University, an ISO certified institution, offers Bachelor of Science degrees in cruise shipping, logistics, engineering, marine tourism, port management, security administration, and management, among others. For further information, contact them 876-924-8150 or 924-8175 or email info@cmu.edu.jm.
Our family and friends are a big part of who we are. And when it comes to keeping you connected to them, Grace Kennedy Money Services Western Union makes it safer and easier. Now friends and family overseas can use the Western Union app or westernunion.com to send money directly to your bank account without leaving home. Receive a Western Union money transfer directly into your bank account with a direct-to-bank service. Register online at gkmsonline.com and share your banking details with your sender so you don't have to leave home to collect.
Tune in every Thursday at 11:30 a.m. to midday for your legal corner with Dahlia Walker Huntington during Power Talk on Power 106 FM. You can call our numbers 876-922-4112-5. The text and WhatsApp line is 876-279-8598. You can also send an email at yourlegalcorner106@gmail.com. Join Your Legal Corner for all matters in relation to immigration to the United States. Here, Dahlia offer great legal advice on your immigration queries and concerns. Learn about the filing process, when to file, and how to prepare for the move. That's Your Legal Corner, 11:30 to midday, every Thursday right here on Power 106 FM.
In the positive.
Tune in to Power Talk with Simon Groskill this Thursday, October 28th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. from Westmoreland Parish Focus, highlighting the parish's success stories and featuring discussions with stakeholders that will identify solutions to challenges and issues being faced by citizens of the parish. This broadcast is brought to you by the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation, Designer Tiles, Designer Solutions, James Lumberyard, Easy Spice Seasonings and Spices, Source One Feeds and Agricultural Supplies, Royal Medical Clinic and Hospital, and Geoland Titles. That's Westmoreland Parish Focus during Power Talk this Thursday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on Power 106 FM.
Yes, there's a chance that I can have it all.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. Just before we take your calls, stand by, coming to you right now, but for the record, just so you know that the poem we recited this afternoon, for those who are interested, is called Invictus, 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 Invictus by William Ernest Henley. William Ernest Henley, well, let's start with William, William, Ernest, Ernest, Henley, Henley, Invictus by William Ernest Henley. And we paired that with I Gotta Be Me by Sammy Davis Jr. And that's the combination on this afternoon's edition of Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. To the phone lines, 876-922-4112, 876-922-4113, 876-922-4114, and 876-922-4115. Hello, good afternoon. Thanks for calling. Are you there? Hello? That person got tired of holding. Sorry about that. Let's move on. 876-922-4112-5. We see quite a few messages popping up on the other platforms. Let's just quickly do a run through of some of these messages. You know how much we appreciate your support, your messages. We always enjoy hearing from you. Hello to Elise Dugan. She says, good afternoon, Mr. Malcolm, out of London, Canada. Welcome, Elise Dugan of London, Canada. Audrey Smith says, good afternoon, Dervan and listeners, tuning in from Southampton. And that's, of course, in England. Stay safe, everyone, and take care. To you too, Audrey Smith. Ricardo Porteous, as gracious as ever, greeting everybody. He's from Glengough in St. Catherine. Paul in Philadelphia, good day to you too. And on behalf of the listeners, thank you very much for your greeting. Mikey Jarrett says, good afternoon, blessings, my brother Dervan Malcolm. Blessed love from Brooklyn, New York. Welcome from Brooklyn, New York, Mikey Jarrett. Sophia Davis Fagan says, so needed in times like these, Dervan. Happy to hear you say that, Sophia Davis Fagan. Thank you for your usual support. Norman Hines in St. Thomas, who celebrated a birthday a couple days ago. Good afternoon, Norman Hines. Cherry Henry, good to have you on board as well. Welcome, thank you. Let's see who's on YouTube. YouTube is humming. Who is there? Beresford Henriquez says, hail, Brother Dervan. Hail, Beresford Henriquez. Curtis Smith says, blessings and good afternoon, Sir Malcolm, and all of my father's children home and abroad. In spite of the challenges around us, let us give thanks. We are alive, and it's a privilege we should cherish. And then he goes on to quote 2 Timothy 2, verse 19. Nevertheless, the foundation of God standeth sure, having this seal, the Lord knoweth them that are his, and let every one that nameth the name of Christ depart from iniquity. Sharon Faith, she says, like a mustard seed. Well, that's her. Oh, that's her moniker. Sharon Faith, like a mustard seed. She says, "Good afternoon, Dervan. I always listen to both sides of the story, but first time participation. I love your programs so much. Big up yourself." Thank you very much, Sharon Faith, like a mustard seed, for your kind comments. Miss K is in St. Catherine. She says, "Good afternoon, Dervan and listeners. Let us give thanks for another day of life to live, love, and help each other. Looking forward to an enlightening afternoon from you and the callers. Blessings, Sir D. To you too, Miss K in St. Catherine. Good to have you on board. Let's go to the WhatsApp line. Quite a lot of messages, and invariably we have to sift through. Sharon Faith, like a mustard seed, confirms that she's a listener from Discovery Bay in St. Anne. Welcome from Discovery Bay, St. Anne, Sharon Faith, like a mustard seed. Good to have you on board. Michael from Belle Plaine in Clarendon has sent us a video, which we haven't had the opportunity to vet. So we'll have to come back to that, Michael. This one says, "I wish to be nameless." It's a WhatsApp message. "I wish to be nameless. I have a concern with Water Commission, especially for housing schemes. Why is it the same charge for sewage as for the amount of water used? This is highway robbery, as they don't even clean sewage, and even when there's a problem with the sewage, you can't get them to come and do anything. The government needs to intervene, as this is wrong. Another thing too is they don't want to give more than 1 meter to a house. So many houses here in Montego Bay are locked up because of Water Commission when they could be rented out." I will stop there for now. And then we get a rejoinder as well, saying, "We need the solar system people to operate out of Montego Bay as well." But isn't there a solar farm in the west of Jamaica? Isn't there? I believe there is. There's a solar farm. There's a solar farm in western Jamaica. It's Westmoreland, isn't it? Yes. A 30. Let's see if we can bring up this story. I knew I had read about that. Right. Paradise Park, a 65 million US dollar investment, is the largest solar project in Jamaica, projected to significantly decrease the country's dependence on fossil fuels while helping the island to reach its sustainable development targets. That was published on the 15th of the 10th. That's the 15th of October, 2021. Just, what's that? Almost 2 weeks. No. This is, what am I saying, 2 weeks? This was actually published on the 3rd of October, 2019, written by Garwin Davis. OUR hails operations at Paradise Solar Farm. And it spoke to Well, we perhaps need to follow up. That's something we don't do so well in this country. Sad to say, following up, following up. These are sometimes these announcements are made, and they may or may not happen, and then we forget, and people move on, notwithstanding that an announcement was made and a particular timeline was given. Let me see if this is the same one. So there's another story here dated the 25th of August 2021. Solar plant being built in Westmoreland. Low income off grid communities to get solar power. Construction of a 37 megawatt solar energy plant in Westmoreland by 8 Rivers Energy Company Limited has commenced and is expected to be completed either late 2018 or early 2019. And we're seeing pictures actually, but we want to be certain. We'll have to do some follow-up here. We'll have to do some follow-up. Right. How did we get there? Oh, the message that came in from this participant who wishes to remain nameless, who was saying that there's the need for the solar system. I'm not sure, do you mean one like the one we referenced a short while ago? A major solar plant or individual solar systems for houses in Montego Bay? And I'm sure there are buildings, not least of all houses, with solar systems in the West, not least of all in the Friendly City. Maybe you could tell us some more so we can better understand. But with respect to what you said earlier on about the sewage, you know what? Let me bring up this. Let's bring up a water bill here and walk through it with you. Water bill, NWC. All right, so this is a most recent water bill. All right, let's look at the bill. Let's look at the bill here. Customer premises, number, blah, 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 account summary. Right, so there is water charge and service charge. And then there is PAM. And no, that's not a woman who is benefiting from us paying our bills, but it is what is called the price adjustment mechanism. One moment, please.
Gotta be free. I just gotta be free.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
2:45. The Caribbean Maritime University, an ISO certified institution, offers Bachelor of Science degrees in cruise shipping, logistics, engineering, marine tourism, port management, security administration, and management, among others. For further information, contact them 876-924-8150 or 924-8175 or email info@cmu.edu.jm.
Tune in every Thursday at 11:30 a.m. to midday for your legal corner with Dahlia Walker Huntington during Power Talk on Power 106 FM. You can call our numbers 876-922-41125. The text and WhatsApp line is 876-279-8598. You can also send an email at yourlegalcorner106@gmail.com. Join Your Legal Corner for all matters in relation application to immigration to the United States. Here, Dahlia offer great legal advice on your immigration queries and concerns. Learn about the filing process, when to file, and how to prepare for the move. That's Your Legal Corner, 11:30 to midday, every Thursday right here on Power 106 FM.
Tune in to Power Talk with Simon Groskill this Thursday, October 28th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. from Westmoreland Parish Focus, highlighting the parish's success stories and featuring discussions with stakeholders that will identify solutions to challenges and issues being faced by citizens of the parish. This broadcast is brought to you by the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation, Designer Tiles, Designer Solutions, James Lumberyard, Easy Spice Seasonings and Spices, Source One Feeds and Agricultural Supplies, Royal Medical Clinic and Hospital, and Geoland Titles. That's Westmoreland Parish Focus during Power Talk this Thursday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on Power 106 FM.
So we're talking about Pam. When you see the name Pam on your water bill, PAM stands for Price Adjustment Mechanism. So that's on our monthly water bills as a percentage, negative or positive. Listen to this part. This is from the NWC's website. PAM, which is the Price Adjustment Mechanism, is reflected on customers' monthly bills as a percentage, negative or positive, after the application of a complex approved mathematical formula. After the application of a complex approved mathematical formula. It is an indexation mechanism that is applied to the base rates for water and sewerage services to reduce any misalignment between NWC's operating costs and NWC's revenues. That's what PAM is about. Now, if for those of us who are paying attention to their bill, they would notice that the NWC included in the bill, and apparently it's been up since, let's see, dear valued customer, in keeping with the interim tariff determination 2019 granted by the OUR, effective May 1, 2021, there will be an adjustment in the water, sewerage, and service rates. This adjustment is due to the resetting of the base rates of the components used in the calculation of Price Adjustment Mechanism, PAM. Please note the K factor and X factor values will remain unchanged at 20% and minus 5% respectively. Now, how many of us have ever read, apart from just taking up the bill, or for those of us who get the bill electronically via email, take the time to actually read as opposed to just looking at how much is due? Yeah, invariably that's what we do. How much is it? How much money on the bill? Oh, all right. And that's it. And we miss, from time to time, we miss certain things by not paying attention. But then, how many of us care enough, or I mean, there are those of us who are just already annoyed with the utility companies in Jamaica, but recognize that what the service they provide is a necessary evil, in a manner of speaking. And the decision is just, if you just pay it, I saw the thing set. Not really in them still, but sure. I tell you. Yeah, and then not much comes out of that. But this is where the Office of Utilities Regulation is supposed to come in, except that the OUR, Office of Utilities Regulation, will tell you that they have to be judicious in how they relate to both the public and the utility companies. That they have to be judicious. In other words, they're not supposed to be siding with the people or siding with the utility companies, but they must examine both sides and arrive at the most judicious of decisions. So this is, I think Ronnie Thwaites used to trumpet, no pun intended, to trumpet the need for a closer examination or a revision of the sewerage, especially the sewerage rate, because Mr. Thwaites would say that we're discharging most of our effluent into the Kingston Harbor. So what are we paying for if that is the situation? Has that changed at all? We see these huge pipes being laid on Spanish Town Road. In fact, from the full length of Spanish Town Road, which I believe isn't it the longest road, Spanish Town Road? I'm trying to remember. There was read something about that some time ago. Right. So it's what we have to do, therefore, is to read or have read to us information pertinent to our bills. In this case, since the subject was raised by the contributor from Montego Bay, we have to be vigilant. We have to, once something is out of place, don't just take it for granted to say, see it, the bill gone up. Why may I tell you, I still have to go pay it anyway, as opposed to examining it and querying the bill. What happened here? Can you explain to me why the bill has jumped from X to Y? And if you're satisfied with the response and subsequent action, if any, if it works in your favor, more power to you. If not, and you really believe that an injustice is being done to you, then follow it up. And if you remain dissatisfied with the utility company's response, take it to the Office of Utilities Regulation, OUR, and copy on that letter the Consumer Affairs Commission. And if you're still not satisfied, there is always the public defender. Note I say the public defender, because the public defender, the Office of the Public Defender, is resourced financially by the taxpayers of this country. Of course, you're free to hire a private lawyer if you can afford that. But which is why I usually go straight to the public defender, because the public defender stands between the people and the state. The public defender stands between the people and the state. The public defender sees to the best interest of the people, as in particular when the people come face to face with the state to demonstrate their disgust, their rejection, their concern about the way a particular arm of the state, the way they perhaps were treated by an arm of the state. But if we just talk about these things and don't act, don't follow up, don't seek redress, then more Jamaicans will experience the same thing. And if their behavior is the same, then the utility companies might say, see, I told you they wouldn't do anything about it. So we'll just keep the policy. We'll just keep that arrangement. As opposed to, boy, I don't like how this thing turning out, because there's a lot of outrage in the country. And the last thing we want is for damage to our systems, although the people themselves will be affected negatively, etc. So we have to revise this decision. Right. That's how a democratic country is supposed to operate. But the people have to be empowered. And if the people are not empowered, then they will just continue doing the things that they have always done and taking the insults they have always taken and all the poor decisions with negative repercussions for the people. And they will just simply lap their tail, as my late mother would say, and say, no better no day a John shop, or just simply, no better no day. I just saw the thing set, which is a more recent informal slang in Jamaica, relatively recent. So it's really up to us. And just as how I started this afternoon talking about the individual, it always comes back to the individual. Always. Always. So the hope for better is a level of socialization that ensures a solid foundation for our children, and one that is so solid that even when the storms come and go, they would remain unshaken because of their socialization. So we need to raise more children of integrity who then grow up to become men and women of integrity. And the more of those we have, the more that will be reflected in our leadership right across the board, at the political level, at the religious level in terms of the churches, etc., right across the board, the corporate sector, or otherwise known as the private sector. So there you go. Hope you're satisfied with the response. If not, well, send us another message. Let's move on to another. Oops, let's take the break.
Whether I'm right.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
3 o'clock.
Ready, set, save big on all your brand name items in the Home and Things Best Brand Sale event. Get the lowest prices on tiles, bathroom fixtures and faucets, laminate flooring, lighting, windows and doors, plus more, even on new arrivals. Shop top brands like American Standard, Moen, Corona, Hunter, and Angel Grace. Visit our showrooms at Old Road Road and Constant Spring Road. The best brand sale event now on at Home and Things. Shop now for the best brands, big value, and even bigger savings.
Tune in to Power Talk with Simon Groskill this Thursday, October 28th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. from Westmoreland Parish Focus, highlighting the parish's success stories and featuring discussions with stakeholders that will identify solutions to challenges and issues being faced by citizens of the parish. This broadcast is brought to you by the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation, Designer Tiles, Designer Solutions, James Lumberyard, Easy Spice Seasonings and Spices, Source One Feeds Fertilizers and Agricultural Supplies, Royal Medical Clinic and Hospital, and Geoland Titles. That's Westmoreland Parish Focus during Power Talk this Thursday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on Power 106 FM. Power Talk on Power 106 FM, finding solutions to the challenges we face in a globalized world. Power Talk, taking talk radio to another level. Join Dr. Herbert Gale on Mondays and Tuesdays and Simon Croskett from Wednesday to Friday as they provide riveting analysis on the issues of the day and speak with stakeholders charged with driving innovation to move Jamaica forward. Tune in for innovative features designed to showcase local developments and highlight how the global issues of the 21st century are being addressed. That's the powerful pair, Dr. Herbert Gale and Simon Croskill on Power Talk, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. weekdays, right here on Power 106 FM.
Be free. I just gotta be free.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. Doing our best to clear some of your messages on WhatsApp. Let's see. Quite a few messages, but as we always say, not all related to the program. We have to check them. H. Morgan in Birmingham sent us a message yesterday. Yalos, Mr. Malcolm, Yalos' original name was Yaloth. The town was recorded in as Yaloth in the 1662 census, based on my research. Thank you very much, H. Morgan in Birmingham. We still recall Ayala. Having said that, having relatively recently see if we can bring that up. All right, in the interest of time, we'll come back to that. But let's go to the phone lines. 876 922 411225. 876 922 411225. Hello, good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
Yes, sir. Greetings. Good day to you.
Greetings. Welcome.
It's good that Marshall is remembered, because one time I think he was forgotten altogether.
Yes.
But there would not be Miss Lou without Marshall the way Miss Lou ended up.
Can't have one without the other, eh?
Right. Marshall, and they have son, Liza, and then Miss Lou. Those were the four team. But Rania and Sonson always and your mouth Miss Lou burn out her bun cupboard, Miss Lou cannot find out how her bun them are missing. So Miss Lou said that one day, I said, son, I don't think that all my bun them coming out of my bun cupboard, and the bun I don't know how it's going out. You know about it? No, Miss Lou, I don't know nothing. My friend, you know anything? Me? Where you coming in from, Miss Lou? You see me going in your bun cupboard? The Liza come and say, Miss Lou, something not right. Something not right, Miss Lou, you know what you need to do? Change the lock on your bun cupboard and you pick the key, tie on your slip trap so nobody can go in your bun cupboard go take out the 2 shilling bun them. He said, that sound good, son. Go and get me one brand new lock from my bun cupboard. So, all right, Miss Lou, go on to get your bun cupboard lock. So I said, this son, you idiot, then I go point up with plan. How we go get Miss Lou bun them in your mouth? Son. Mars run. That's easy, man. We go buy one brand new lock and we get 2 keys. We give Miss Lou 1 and we keep 1. Oh, So we can have with one key. We go take out the ball when we want it. Yes, master.
What generalship? Oh, well.
They come back and say, Miss Lou, I get your brand new lock. Son, and I pick the key for me slip trap. Nobody can get me bun covered key now. That the night, the bun in your mouth. You get up in the morning and say, Lord, me wall of me 2 shilling bun then gone, and it was still locked. Like I said, Miss Lou, something happening in you. Can you notice how we don't see mass run from morning? Look for Liza. Run, run, where you call me back? Where you there? Get out business. What you doing? You thinking? Thinking about what? Thinking about bun and cheese. You tell me, no? Go and look where them up to. When them go down the man, the whole of Liza, the lamb, Mark Run and son, and the big hunk of cheese. When we do catch them now, you know. We do say, Liza, see them here? I just saw me burn them always ago. Get me blackboard them in me. And he said, Lord, son, me dead now. Anyway, we don't want to go for more time with that. But, you know,
well done, Raskava. Well done.
I had a 190-minute cassette. I miss Lou Marshall and kind of miss me, you know. And Social Development
Commission.
Bar, I mean, cassette, and I know they're not giving it back, you know.
No, that's priceless right now.
I tell you, Virgin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those were the days when Ronnie and we miss you on Ronnie show, and I miss you on JDC, man. You know, me. But that's what that's, you know, and none of these things that they always talk about Miss Lou, and nobody always remember Master Ron.
Yes, indeed. He actually attended Tutorial College, Calabar High School, and Kingston Technical High School. Yeah. Started his acting career as a child reciting poetry at church, lodge hall, and schoolrooms. He came to Jamaica. And as we said earlier on, he was born in Colon, Panama, on this day, the 26th of October, 1912. Came to Jamaica at the age of 6. Incidentally, he was born in the same year that Calabar was founded, 1912. And he also attended Calabar. So it is.
I thought Master was a born Jamaican. Me never know, say, in father line come here, but you know, he has made Jamaica heritage and culture a lot richer than if he had never been here.
Yeah, true.
You know, I thought also that he was Miss Lou's husband. And when he hears that probably Miss Lou married him, I say, oh my God. It was Ronnie, but, you know, give thanks that this day for him was mentioned, because it kind of bring me forward to those years, my junior, remembering them.
Yeah.
So, this pastor,
a
lot of people are saying the man not dead. Last night, the sister called and I told pastor, I said, Pastor, he's not dead. But he's not dead. He left and gone to another country. That's an emergency. And a lot of people still believe say he's not dead, because it was a dispensation that come when he had to sacrifice himself. Some say his spirit will be evolving into another body. And, you know, all when you see the videos and you hear the news and all of them things, the people still say the man is not dead, as if he's immortal.
Well, his lawyer is quite clear as to his state of being, which is deceased.
Yeah. And interesting that there wasn't any family member associating themselves with him when he was alive. And now there are so many family member interests that the lawyer is representing, because we have a lot of estates. So he can show up now like Bob Marley picking them.
Oh, well.
But at least some of them.
Mm-hmm.
But it was said that he was not handcuffed. Even though I hear that it was the firefighters who pull off the handcuff off my hand, give it to the police.
Or ask that the handcuff, didn't they ask that the handcuffs be taken off so that they could administer treatment or emergency care?
Yeah, but I saw them when I'm cutting off the door to get in, and I saw when they takes him out, and I didn't even see no police around it. So it caused a lot of...
The point I'm making is the firefighters, it would be, apart from being obviously disrespectful to the police around, for them to have taken it upon themselves without the permission of the police, or without making sure that the police knew what was happening, because that could have implications for people around in that space, including the individual. He could, people could just see and think that he was out at that moment and take off the handcuffs, and then the next thing, something happens and it becomes a problem.
Yeah, the video I saw when them taking him out on a stretcher, put him down on another one.
Mm-hmm.
His hands handcuffed, without cuffs on.
Right.
And but you would not, even though the one that it would have shown when the police taking off the cuffs and all of that, that's not sure and things like that. But my question is, 3 of them was in the car, the unmarked car that he was in.
According to the police report.
Right. And then they took out the 2 police and rushed them off to the hospital, leaving him behind. Then it's after a time till the firefighters come now, then they get him out and carry him out.
Yeah, well, to be fair, they couldn't rush him because he needed to be cut out first, to be cut out of the vehicle.
Really? But if the front doors could have been open, they could have dropped down the seat or something and try to get him out of his life. Depends on that.
Yeah, well, as it is right now, it's pure speculation outside of hearing, and even then, questions will always be asked. But if we saw footage of the firefighters at work, for sure, so clearly that was work that needed to be done to release the individual trapped in that section of the vehicle
from the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
And then the question can still be asked, was both those damaged to the point that it couldn't open? And could they not have dropped the seats down and take him out from the front as they did with the police?
Well, these firefighters are supposed to be very well trained, and this would not have been their first rodeo, in a manner of speaking. So one would expect them to have the expertise, knowing what to do depending on the nature of the situation. One moment, please.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
3:15. Tune in to Power Talk with Simon Groskill this Thursday, October 28th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. from Westmoreland Parish Focus, highlighting the parish's success stories and featuring discussions with stakeholders that will identify solutions to challenges and issues being faced by citizens of the parish. This broadcast is brought to you by the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation, Designer Tiles, Designer Solutions, James Lumberyard, Easy Spice Seasonings and Spices, Source One Feeds and Agricultural Supplies, Royal Medical Clinic and Hospital, and Geoland Titles. That's Westmoreland Parish Focus during Power Talk this Thursday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on Power 106 FM.
I want to live, not merely survive.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Taking your calls on 876 922 4112 to 5. 876 922 4112 to 5. We'll come to the other callers in a moment, but let's allow Raskava to finish up. Yes, Raskava.
Yeah, as you was alluding to, not in so many words, but the firefighters are trained to take victims from record. Yes, yes,
We're losing you now. It's almost like your mouth is turned backwards in a manner of speaking. You're talking behind your back.
I'm saying that.
That's it. That's clearer now. Please continue.
I would have trained to know that you have to take out victims from places that is in the safest way that you don't aggravate the injuries that they might have. So.
Yeah, that is key as well. Yeah, that would be a key thing. The head, it's important. The neck, and along the spine.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So they would have known best what to do. So
yeah.
But then as I shut out, there was people on the grounds in Mobe asking people what they think about the pastor, and people was not wanting to even hear his name. Some people say them are gonna come back out in a them if they go talk about it. And nobody want to talk about it. So that is just to show the power or the lack of it thereof that the man has.
Well, obviously, no power over you, Raskava. You've been able to call and talk about it freely.
Right. So, having said that, take care of yourself.
You too. And thanks for the moment of mirth. Laughter is good. Thank you.
Best medicine.
Indeed. Take care. Raskava, all the best. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Let's clear some more of these messages. Let's go to the phone line. Sorry. We'll come back to your messages. Bear with us, please. To the phone lines once again, 876-922-4112 to 5. Good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
Mr. Malcolm, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I'm going to take you to the Bible today, right?
The Bible.
Well, I call it the Bible.
All right.
No, it is saying that, and I'm paraphrasing, it's in Timothy that, a man who desires to be a bishop is a good thing, but he must be blameless, a man of one wife. So therefore, he must be somebody who live a certain standard that there is no question and do not bring the name of Christ in vain. Because taking the name of God in vain is the mere fact that you're living contrary to what he teach. And then you look at Matthew 24, it tells you that, Matthew 24:24, that there shall arise false Christ and false prophet, and they will work great signs and wonder, so much that if it was possible, even the very elect, they would deceive. Then you look at verse 22, it tells you that these same false prophet, if it was possible, even the very elect, they will deceive. So because of those, God have to shorten the days to save the elect. Because there are going to be a lot of signs and wonders from these guys, and you're going to believe, is it from God? And when we look back in the time of Moses, when he went to Pharaoh, he threw down his rod and became a sinner. The magician did the same thing. So it is saying that not all miracle work by man come from God. So some of them are just face card trying to deceive people, and people will be deceived. And this is some of the things that I figure what happened down there. The people that were deceived. Because if they were reading the Bible,
apparently, according to your argument, apparently not all of them, because there appears to be a large enough group of adherents to that organization who are vowing to continue the work of the church, and who have made it clear that those who have spoken out against the organization will be punished, among other things.
But you see, the same people that we really said that we should obey the law of the land, but if it's in conflict with God, we obey God rather than man. Mm-hmm. So when man make the rules, and if it's in conflict with God, we should obey God rather than what man says. So the whole principle of because being child of God, as how it is put forward. You're not gullible because he give you the right to reject him or to well as accept him. There's no force upon you.
Mm-hmm. Except that you, either way, you'll have to live with the consequences of the decision that you make.
Yes, very much, very much.
Yes.
So a lot of these cults, they force the believers to believe in what they say and what they do. Christ doesn't do that, you know. And this is one of the reasons why, you know, in our time, if people can even read so well, you have the smartphone, you can talk to the phone and they give you information and read information for you. You go to friends to read something that you don't understand.
Yes.
You should be able to think for yourself. And, you know, I tell you something, Mr. Malcolm. When I went to a secondary school in Westmoreland, and when I left school, I upgrade myself. I become one of Jamaica's top pastry chefs, and a lot of it was by upgrading myself. I've been to culinary school, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have gained knowledge by doing a lot of reading and research. So it's not everything you're going to be taught by in school. But you have to upgrade yourself when you leave school, that you can make yourself something worth in society and be able to contribute properly to society.
Well said. Well,
my respect, sir.
Thank you so much for the call. Please call
My
again.
pleasure. Yes, sir.
Take care. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Hello, good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
Good afternoon, Dervan.
Good afternoon.
Dervan, you know, some always have to build you up by your communication skills.
That's very kind of you to say. Thank you.
No, man, really, you're detailed, man. Mm-hmm. I'm learning a lot from you.
Humbled.
But, Dervan, you know, people like you should have, I know you're doing your job, you know, but people like you know, should have in a position, a policy, you know, to see how policy run, you know. I mean, with the fervor you have to see people get better.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I get that from time to time, but I can still hear my mother's voice in my head telling me when I told her what my plan was in terms of a vocation, in terms of a profession. I told her it would be law, politics, the diplomatic services, and then retirement. And she asked me, please, to scratch politics off my list.
But, you know, politics, you know, as a word, they say from the Greek word, it means the art of the possibility, you know.
Or the art of the possible.
Yes.
Yes.
But we know everything is possible. But we want to bring politics to the art of the probability.
Yes.
You know, where the human element comes in, in a play, the policy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because look, you know, I think there's a concerted effort to remove the thinking from Jamaicans, you know. I mean, being critical, you know.
Yeah.
Well, and get us polarized, you know.
Well, except nobody can do that without your permission.
I understand that. And it's easy for me and you to say.
Yes.
But just like the previous caller talked about reading, a lot of people don't read, so we become creatures of stature.
Yeah, anywhere the wind blows, we go.
Yes.
Yes.
And we should realize we don't need a weatherman to tell us where the wind is blowing.
Yeah.
And we reach that level. If you know where the wind is, all you have to toss up some grass in the air.
Yes.
And we reach a stage where not even that we won't believe that somebody from who we think is living our dream tell us else.
Part of it too, it could possibly be a level of self-contempt. I don't think I'm good enough. I don't think I'm worthy enough. I don't think I'm up to scratch or up to standard. And therefore, I am going to yield to someone who, to me, in my view, in my perspective, appears to be more learned, more experienced, and let him talk nice, man. That kind of a mindset. So we get caught up in the frills and the hype until it comes back at us like what they call it, ricochet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you see, that is too momentary.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a moment. You know, even if it's last, it's just a moment. There's no permanency to it. It's like a high.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing. Sorry, go ahead.
Yesterday I was listening the police spokesman, one of the police spokesperson, because they got about 4 now.
Oh.
Yeah, they got strategists, they got that. So I want to know what the strategist does in a police force in terms of what it does. It tells people to talk.
That information can be easily had from the police themselves.
I'd like to find out what they do. He corrects the grammar.
Well, we live in a world these days where the professions, the skill sets are different, even if they have traces of original skill sets. People, this one branch off in that direction, this one going in that direction, and there's a feeling that, well, not more than a feeling, we're in the knowledge age, and so that there are some of us who have a body of work, who have a set of skills that can be brought to bear on a particular situation, organization, institution, etc. And so,
right.
Yes.
Well, you know what we should do?
Uh-huh.
We should evaluate.
Yes.
The impactfulness of those things.
But you're talking about performance now.
Yes.
Yes, because if you have been hired, if your services have been contracted to achieve certain ends, we need to see the extent to which you have delivered. We need to have the evidence to then decide if we really need such a post or such an individual in such a post.
Today, I was speaking to 2 youngsters who voted for the first time, 19 and 20. And they're very disappointed with the PM.
Mm-hmm.
Because he keeps harping back on the old thing. And they believe the fact that he was young and knew he would be different. But I told them, don't stop voting. Use this as a learning process. In furtherance, you should always question the policy, not the person.
Yes.
What's going to drive it? How? When?
Mm-hmm.
Where? But we lack that critical thinking.
Yeah, we get caught up quite easily with personalities.
And you know something, too? The media drives it.
I can't disagree with you.
And you know what I say that? All right, check the fields of journalists we got. Some of the journalists that's in the public programs, they're specialists in other fields. They're not journalists in terms of profession.
Well, that's an important point that needs to be made. There are people, and we have people who work on this station along those lines, where you are trained in a particular area, a particular field, and therefore you become a facilitator or one who shares his or her expertise in that particular field. It doesn't make the person a broadcaster.
I say that to say this. The other morning I was listening on a sister station, RJR.
Yes.
Could I call the person who was moderating the program? Her name? I was listening to Emily Crooks in her opening, What's on Her Mind.
Yes.
And she was speaking about the Auditor General findings.
Sorry, hold a moment, please.
You contribute directly to Jamaica's national development when you pay your customs duties. Let's all do our part in keeping the wheels of our economy turning. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
3:30.
Living in the positive.
Power Talk on Power 106 FM, finding solutions to the challenges we face in a globalized world. Power Talk, taking talk radio to another level. Join Dr. Herbert Gale on Mondays and Tuesdays and Simon Croskett from Wednesday to Friday as they provide riveting analysis on the issues of the day and speak with stakeholders charged with driving innovation to move Jamaica forward. Tune in for innovative features designed to showcase local developments and highlight how the global issues of the 21st century are being addressed. That's the powerful pair, Dr. Herbert Gale and Simon Crosskill on Power Talk, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. weekdays, right here on Power 106 FM.
Tune in every Thursday at 11:30 a.m. to midday for your legal corner with Dahlia Walker Huntington during Power Talk on Power 106 FM. You can call our numbers 876-922-4112-5. The text and WhatsApp line is 876-279-8598. You can also send an email at yourlegalcorner106@gmail.com. Join Your Legal Corner for all matters in relation to immigration to the United States. Here, Dahlia offer great legal advice on your immigration queries and concerns. Learn about the filing process, when to file, and how to prepare for the move. That's Your Legal Corner, 11:30 to midday, every Thursday, right here on Power 106 FM.
Oh, thanks for holding. Before you go on, did you try to call Emily on air to?
I've been trying since up to today. I spent the entire time trying
Although
to call
she's not on a day on.
I know, but I was trying to get hotline. Period.
Oh.
I tried today desperately. Yes. I got all the numbers. I tried. Sometimes the phone ring, nobody answered. Then busy signal all through. But what I'm saying is, I agree with her to a degree in terms of her condemnation. But at the end of her preamble, when she said she want to speak to, she mentioned a name she want to speak to. But that was majoring in minor. There was better questions to be asked. She should have been asking if this department did not have a TRN and was only issued recently, why was it issued? Those are the questions we need to ask.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry you haven't been able to get through to her because I'm sure she would love to hear from you. That's her personality. That's her personality. We actually attended one of the courses I pursued at UWI. She was in that class as well. So I know her very well.
I'll call you again because I got a real emergency.
Oh, so all right. Go ahead. Take care of the emergency. All the best. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. Hello to Carol. Carol says, good afternoon, Dervan and listeners. To you too, Carol in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Patricia Barnes, good to have you on board. Hello. Blessings to you too. Carol says, Dervan Malcolm, this is what's on my mind. #trust, #integrity. Thank you, Carol. Those are always in, no matter the time of day, the day of the year, always in. Trust and integrity. Paul, I think, Paul, you have posted here Westmoreland, Paul in Philadelphia. Is that a reference to the solar farm? That's what you're referring to? I think so. Do you have more information on it? Patricia Barnes says, Westmoreland, hometown. Jennifer Stewart from Q Road in Kencott, East Central St. Andrew, says, good afternoon, Sir Dervan and your listeners. To you too, Jennifer Stewart. Denton Hutch says, Carol, well, she posts Carol's name a couple of times. Let's see what else is there. Carol says, Dervan, I should send you water bills and payments made to NWC. I don't trust them at all. Well, this is where, if we are in doubt, we seek the assistance of those individuals, institutions, organizations empowered to assist us when we are overcome by such doubt. Carol. Jeannie Chambers, good afternoon to you. Thank you for joining us. C.A. Clark says he was a large unconscious man in a small crimped car. Why was that car used? Velta Wilson in St. Thomas, good afternoon to you. Thank you for joining us. And Denton, in reference to the question asked by C.A. Clark, says, good observation and a question. That's on. So those messages are on Facebook Live. Quickly, let's clear a couple from YouTube. Monica Preddy says, good afternoon, Dervan. Watching from London, Great Britain. Welcome, Monica Preddy. Denton Lloyd says, ha, very formally dressed today. Yes, indeed. I was doing duties at National Heroes Park, Denton Lloyd. Donovan Campbell says, good afternoon. It's amazing. It's something I've been doing from I was a student at high school, doing recitations or reading excerpts on the lives of our and achievements of our heroes. Yeah, for years now. Goodness, it's the first I've ever paused on that point. I never really. It's amazing how what we take for granted. Yeah, from high school days. Still doing it. Oh dear. Thank you for your message, Denton. Donovan says, good afternoon, Mr. Malcolm. Giving God thanks for another day. Well done, Raskava. You're a good actor. To the phone lines once again, 876-922-4112 to 5. Good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
My time?
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I just want to make some quick comments on observation I made, supporting and responding to what Raskar was about a lady last night who called on the radio, and she was saying that the man was dead.
Yes. And
the arguments that she put forward to support her point is flimsy and weak. Now, she did not mention it until somebody mentioned, say, why they didn't drive on the toll road and drive on it. And she held on to the point, say, me used to sell in front of theater and me see no fake. A fake him no dead, and she repeated. And a gentleman called after her. I was supporting her, and the gentleman is saying that they no tell where the car crashed in. That's what he was saying. And after that, I think Raskar called and explained it. Yes. They still held on to the point. Now, all I can say is two things. One, also to Raskar, I must say, not criticizing him, but there was a gentleman who spoke on a radio program today who said he was there, and I believe him. And he said he saw when they took the handcuff of the man.
I heard that.
Yes, so he was in handcuffs. It was that people don't hear things. So, for example, I heard a political activist who held bent on one by saying what happened in St. Thomas. The police did not tell the people that they should not chop up the man or should not. More than one time I hear the police talk.
I heard them too, but that goes without saying. You just, that's not something you do. Yeah, that's taking the law into your own hands, which you're not supposed to do.
Yeah, we know that. The point, why I'm saying is that the person is saying that the police should have warned the people.
So they're blaming the police now.
Exactly, that's the point I'm making.
That's ridiculous.
And that brings me to the same point, two points in, because the person said they never hear the police. And I'm saying because you never hear the police, that no means they never said. More than one time I heard the police tell people do not chop them up with what have you, and said him say never hear. So the same thing happened with this accident here. I heard several people giving all the speculations, of course, saying why they moving from Montego Bay, why they never drive on the highway, all type of things. The short of it is, I believe the DPP. You heard her explanation?
No, I'm sorry, I missed that.
She said, I don't know, I don't say the exact word, but she's saying that, and I know it happened before, because even look on the case with the gangs in Spanish Town there. It is not tried in Spanish Town, it is tried in Kingston.
Yes.
There was another big gang, I forgot what it named, from Clarendon. It was tried in Kingston. And there was a gang from Westmoreland, something like gang. It was tried in Kingston. So I don't think it is unusual that this case was being removed to Kingston.
No.
All right, so you hear all type of speculation. the DPP said that she did not want to have it down there because of the gathering outside, the crowd, and people who, the man supporters who might come, or people who come might want to hurt the man. So she thought it best to move it to Kingston.
Mind you, even then, she has at her disposal the security forces.
Yes.
To properly secure the area where such a matter is being dealt with, as we have seen in the past.
Yes, but I think in fact I agree with her. I think it would be easier to move it to Kingston. And there's another. Well, it's not been. I don't know if it was being tried by a juror. You can't just juror them in these Westmoreland and Manchester, Montego Bay anyway. But the point is,
no, that's a sweeping statement. You can't trust them.
Yes, I don't know if I can give you two instances where I said that.
No, but those two don't equate to one, in a manner of speaking. In other words, every situation is different. Every case must be treated on its own merit, and so.
Okay, fair enough. Anyway, it's my opinion still, so I don't have time to develop it right now. So I might be wrong still, but I tell you, it's my opinion. And so let's continue with this. So I'm saying I see the DPP point. Why she moved it to Kingston, and if the accident had not occurred, we would not hear about why they question it. And lastly, well, in this case, as I was listening to the program, I don't really 100% trust or believe the person that the police give the information, right? However, another police person said, because I listened to them a lot, several of them said he cannot give the details and the reason because of security why they did not drive on the toll road, the Mr. Sega Highway. The police that give the information, that's a different police, but the police that is her job to give the information. I think she stuttered a bit when she was giving the reasons why they did not drive on the toll road. And it was then Diane Jackson Miller and I think she and somebody else saying it is time that the police should not pay toll.
I heard that. I heard Dion on that. Yes.
And she read from the law where the police not supposed to pay, but she said there is a disclaimer, like she said the minister have to. I don't know the word she used, and that is not done.
Yes, just as our Governor General would give assent to a bill, perhaps to activate those options. You would have to. The decision would have to be made. By some official in terms of signing off on that.
Yes. And so she said, as a result, police must still have to go in their pocket to pay when they're going through the cruel. Especially like I think it was an unmarked police car.
And I would imagine they are reimbursed whenever they do that.
Well, I don't know. I didn't go so far. I don't know. But then again, the police, in this case again, whether good intention or bad intention, the police said that they have reasons why they probably didn't. No doubt they have reason. Whether it's a good reason or a bad reason, there's always a reason for everything.
Yes.
So they have a reason why they didn't drive on the toll road.
Just a moment. We have a reason to take a break right now.
Okay.
Whether I'm wrong, whether I find a place in this world or never belong.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
3:45. Did you know that the National Irrigation Commission Limited is the sole authority for irrigation systems in Jamaica? The National Irrigation Commission Limited enables the improvement in agricultural productivity through the provision of efficient and affordable irrigation to farmers and other customers. Contact them 977-6624 or 977-6727 or visit their website www.nicjamaica.com to learn more. Irrigation, making the difference in agriculture.
living in the positive.
Tune in to Power Talk with Simon Groskill this Thursday, October 28th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. from Westmoreland Parish Focus, highlighting the parish's success stories and featuring discussions with stakeholders that will identify solutions to challenges and issues being faced by citizens of the parish. This broadcast is brought to you by the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation, Designer Tiles, Designer Solutions, James Lumberyard, Easy Spice Seasonings and Spices, Source One Feeds and Agricultural Supplies, Royal Medical Clinic and Hospital, and Geoland Titles. That's Westmoreland Parish Focus during Power Talk this Thursday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on Power 106 FM.
Ready to build, repair, or renovate? Arc Manufacturing Limited is here to serve all your building material needs. We deliver all your roofing, nails, lumber, fencing, wire, cement, and steel products island-wide. Call or visit any of our locations in Kingston and Montego Bay, or check out our website at www.arcja.com. Arc Manufacturing Limited, your building materials specialist. Dr. Jackie Campbell is on call Wednesday evenings at 8 with Powering Your Health. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We'll speak about the association between breast cancer and socioeconomic status. Our partners from the Heart Foundation of Jamaica will also join us to discuss the health of children. Powering Your Health is brought to you by 6 West Medical, 6th West Street, Old Harbour, St. Catherine, PA Benjamin, a trusted name for over a century. National Health Fund, your partner for healthy living. Jamaica Plumbing Supplies Limited, Let's Save Water. Wellington Dental, 57 Wellington Street, Spanish Town. Benson Pharmacy, 11 Main Street, A2, Old Harbour. And Daisy Health Technology, monitoring health to blossom. That's Powering Your Health this Wednesday, October 27 at 8 p.m. only on Power 106 FM.
Thanks for holding. Please continue.
Yes, because as I said, one or two things. The gentleman who called last night in support of a lady who is saying that he's not dead, say, they not tell the public where car crash, and it couldn't crash in a breeze. The point is, they told us, I listen to people, they tell you everything blow by blow and tell you when it's spin and so on and coming from. But him not hear that. And him said, the media have a right to tell us and take if you hear that. Then tell us, but because they don't listen. They don't listen to everything. And lastly, back to the point about why they didn't go on which road. So they have a reason. It might be a good reason. It might be a bad reason. It might be a reason that I don't agree with. You are agree with. But there's a reason. I don't have the time to dig now and find out what was the reason because they probably will never talk. So that's minor. It happened already and it crashed. And whether they believe it or not, the man is dead. And that's the whole story. You understand? And I don't think it's no fake. I said the man is dead. It just happened. And if the accident did not occur, the case then probably try and nobody would now worry say why they never drive on the highway and so on. So that's it.
Thank you for the call.
Mm-hmm.
Take care.
Mm-hmm.
This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. Taking your calls on 876-922-4112, 876-922-4113, 876-922-4114, and 876-922-4115. The text line, same as the WhatsApp number. Hello, good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
Dervan.
Yes, sir.
This is not the text line. Anyway, the virgin who just spoke a while ago, he weren't listening attentively enough either because they did give a reason why they didn't drive on the highway. The reason is that sometimes they have to stop at other police stations to pick up documents or whatever and to let the prisoner or the accused or whatever stop to relieve themselves. That they would not give them that opportunity going on the highway. So that is, I don't think they need another better reason. If the person cannot hold their urine, they want to pass pieces or anything, they will stop at a police station along the way and let them do it. So that was the reason, one of the reasons for not going on the highway.
Right. Thank you for following up. All the best. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. This person says, Dear Dervan, I listen to your show every day, but I've never contributed. Did this come in today? Yes. I felt it necessary to voice an opinion today because one of our eminent senators and a member of the PNP who constantly make noise with very little substance was questioning the lack of information on the number of people with disabilities who have taken the vaccines. Then they conflates the declaration by stating when it comes to taking care of the business class, they're in the fast lane, meaning that we look after the business class adequately compared to people of the disabilities community. His reasoning reminds me of a high school level reasoning. We continue to be divided over rich and poor, even at the expense of making comparisons, which are apples and oranges. Is it possible for us to say how many rich people have taken the vaccines? Even if we were able to tell, even if we're able to tell how many people from each social strata, how would that have made it any different? I'm tired to hear the absurdity from our leaders. We've been talking about NIDS for years, which would have helped us to identify people of varying social groups. But after 40s, we're still trying to figure it out. Well, the politicians will always do what politicians do, even if they're serving in the Senate. What we, the people, must ensure is that they are doing the people's work, that they are doing so in an efficient manner and are moving from just talk to policy and from policy to implementation and from implementation to results, etc. We have to hold them to a higher standard. Someone here has sent us an emoji. This emoji looks rather nonplussed. I'm not sure what's the message there being conveyed, but thank you very much for your emoji. This one says, Good afternoon, Dervan. My water bill for August to September 2021, $4,210.69. The sewerage charge was $4,863.45. The total bill after adding PAM and the service charges, that's it, PAM is the price adjustment mechanism, and service charges adds up to a total of $11,658.52. My bill for September to October is $7,333.04, and sewerage is $8,469.70. With a price adjustment mechanism and service charges, my total bill is $19,715.42. I've been calling NWC to no avail. I finally got through to someone yesterday who indicated the system was down after holding for almost an hour. My consumption has not changed, and I'm sure I don't have a leak. Can you find out what is happening at NWC, please? Can you please provide me with the agencies that I can write? Thanks in advance. Well, what we can do right now is to forward your message to Andrew Cannon of the National Water Commission, the NWC, to see if he can do some follow-up and put you on to the relevant body within the NWC. So as we speak, we are copying your number and the name that we have for you, and we're sending that information. Oops. Let's forward that information to Andrew Cannon. All right. So one thing with Andrew Cannon, he always acknowledges receipt of the message and he tends to act very quickly. And that is important when you have responsibility for communications at the National Water Commission. To the phone lines once again, 876-922-4112-5. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Malcolm.
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, man, bless our righteousness. So, them profane God name, you know, so God must spare him name because there's a lot of talking on the street. And the people are talk against church and talk against pastor and talk against church.
Well, you're not going to escape that. It's just like if the police does something that is considered to be out of the norm or out of the ordinary or against the established social constructs, they are going to, people are going to not just talk about that policeman, but they're going to all start sharing their experiences with police. Similarly, if there's a problem, a situation with a pastor, there are those who are going to use the opportunity to start talking about other pastors and their experiences. Can't escape that. It comes with the territory.
Yeah, so that's why sometimes we have to edify, we have to educate them, you know, let them know. Edification will come with enough to teach. So we have to make them know still every pastor is not the same. And you have to have a discerned spirit to know. And every church I see either. But one thing, God no please are the division in a church. You know, the religion and them thing they cause too much division and confusion. And God is not the author of confusion. Understand? As 1 Corinthians 14:33. So what them to do now? God no please. A righteousness God want. Because if the day we worship on Saturday, no deal with the day on Sunday, and the day on Sunday, no deal with. And this a church, no deal with that church and that church. God no please are them thing there. In this church, no deal with that church, yes, still and still the same God. That is not right. And God no please of it. God Jesus come and preach love, righteousness, and peace. And that Jesus come and preach and teach. And Jesus said, have faith. Jesus never preach religion. You understand? God is one. So I love Jesus come and preach. So even the trust, you can't get trust without love. And you can't get peace without love either. Love covers a multitude of sin. Love is the greatest thing. So if you don't have love, relationship can't move without work without love. There's not even friendship. Anything love now it can't work. If you don't have a family and have love, they have fight every day and cuss and them thing there. Love is the capital. So right now, how me see it, God wants righteousness. Because Jesus blood shed for righteousness. Because Romans 8:4 tell you. Understand? Jesus and him tell you say, "Smoke judge the world by righteousness" in Psalms 9:8. And Jeremiah 23:6. He said, "My name, our Lord's name, is righteousness." So righteousness people want, can say his father is a righteous father. So we must follow after righteousness. And say, seek ye first the kingdom of God, no matter 6:33. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. Too much division in a church. So a righteousness, if every church come a righteousness God want. I know after that church and I deal that church and next church and you still worship the same God, which is God of righteousness. You understand?
Yes.
Because
we have to go to a break now. Would you like to hold or come back after the break?
Yeah, man, everything blessed, man. I just righteousness. So I don't have much more to say. More than God is great and a righteousness. Bless.
Thank you. Take care.
I want to live, not merely survive.
At Wellington Dental, they offer cleaning, filling, whitening, and other services for the entire family. The time by Wellington Dental is
4 o'clock.
Introducing the Gleaner North American Branded Content Edition, a monthly online publication with news, deals, lifestyle tips, and so much more from Jamaica, the USA, and Canada. Visit go-jamaica.com/NA Gleaner branded edition or the jamaica-gleaner.com website to see the most current copy. Be in the know right from your home. The Gleaner, where life unfolds.
Tune in to Power Talk with Simon Groskill this Thursday, October 28th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. from Westmoreland Parish Focus, highlighting the parish's success stories and featuring discussions with stakeholders that will identify solutions to challenges and issues being faced by citizens of the parish. This broadcast is brought to you by the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation, Designer Tiles, Designer Solutions, James Lumberyard, Easy Spice Seasonings and Spices, Source One Feeds and Agricultural Supplies, Royal Medical Clinic and Hospital, and Geoland Titles. That's Westmoreland Parish Focus during Power Talk this Thursday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on Power 106 FM.
Que hora es en espagnol? Son las 4:01. Quelle heure est-il en français? Les 4:01. 现在几点了？4点01分. A minute past 4 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Have you had a checkup lately? If not, now is a good time. Let's not wait till we get sick to get a checkup. How about that? Checking in with more on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Gleaner's website, go-jamaica.com. Hello, good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
Yes, Mr. Malcolm.
Welcome.
Yes, because you're such a distinct English speaker, and because you enjoy explaining the English language as you speak it, I heard you pronouncing a word. I pronounce it as sewage, but you pronounce it differently. Could you pronounce the word for me?
There is a difference. Let's tell you what the difference is. SEWAGE is sewage, which is wastewater and excrement conveyed in sewers.
Yeah.
Right? So that's SEWAGE.
Yeah.
There is also SEWERAGE.
That's what I thought I heard.
Which is sewerage.
That's it.
And that
I've
is
never heard that before.
Right. And that is the provision of drainage by sewers. So it speaks to the network, the drainage, the provision of drainage by sewers.
Oh, so it's two distinct words.
Yes.
With different meanings.
Yes. Although invariably these days they're used, people use them interchangeably. Right.
I see.
Right.
So you were being your distinct, perfect self. That's why you did it that way. Okay.
You're too kind.
Yes. Like I said, I thank you for being that type of speaker where you explain words. I think we Jamaicans need language lessons, English language lessons. So keep on doing it, Mr. Malcolm. Don't stop.
Thank you very much. Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaner's website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. More messages rolling in. This is on YouTube right now. Let's see. Straight Shooter says, so-called... What's this? From jurisdiction to the next. It's not solely the... this is in reference to... this is what the caller, one of the callers who said earlier on, the decision to remove a matter from one jurisdiction to the next is not solely the decision of the DPP, an application has to be done in court. Yeah, it goes without saying, straight shooter. The DPP couldn't take it up on herself. She's not the justice system. She's a part of it, or her office is, and she just happens to be the holder of that office at this point in time. Anyway, thanks for your message, straight shooter. Richard Oldacre, I haven't heard that surname in a while. Oldacre, Oldacre. Richard Oldacre asks, what's the speed limit the police should travel when transporting detainees? A safe enough level. I don't know what that is, or if there exists such a limitation, because personally I've seen some just downright reckless maneuverings, if we can use those two in the same sentence, reckless and maneuvering. You get the picture. Whatever you do, doesn't matter whether you drive an ambulance, a police car with sirens and all, you have to be safe. You have to do it safely. It's not just watch it now. No, you have to do it safely. It's not just driving however you feel. And these people have to be trained beyond just being. There's a difference between a regular operator of a motor vehicle and a trained driver, one who's trained in defensive driving, for example. It's a special kind of driving to operate emergency vehicles. It should not be. I don't know if it is now, but it shouldn't be that any and anybody can just drive fast because they are the police or the health sector by way of the ambulances. No, there's supposed to be training specific to that kind of maneuvering, that kind of driving on the roads. Next message, Miss K in St. Catherine says, oh dear, this conversation goes on, and this is referencing someone here who was locked up, not just in Jamaica, but overseas, has now become a part of our history. The court of public opinion is trying the case. Guess curiosity will reign for a long time, even when case close. SMH, which means shake my head. Richard Oldacre has a couple of follow-ups. Oftentimes I see the police traveling at breakneck speed, overtaking everything in their path. The prisoners have a name for that vehicle that takes them to court based on the experience in these vehicles. I always listen first time participating. Oh, this is changing the subject now. I always listen first time participating. Good evening, Mr. Malcolm, says Richard Oldacre. Good afternoon, Richard Oldacre. Oliver Burrell says the police must drive at the same speed as the public. And could it be red mist that caused you have accident here? We're replacing that word with crash. The UN has long stopped using that word in relation to mishaps, road mishaps, referred to as crashes and collisions. They should now be properly referred to as crashes and collisions as opposed to accidents. To the phone lines once again, 876-922-4112-5. Hello, good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Been a while, man.
Well, it sounds like you are a fair distance away from the instrument you're using to communicate with us.
I am very close to the instrument, teacher.
I'm hearing you now, much better.
Okay, wonderful. I want to ask you to ask JPS when you get in touch with them. I don't know if you have an idea. At what point your first deposit becomes null and void? So you're applying for electricity on your property. You know you have to pay a deposit, right?
Yes.
At what point that deposit becomes null and void? I ask that question because JPS suspended my service for non-payment. All right, it goes on for a little bit, probably over a year. And they said to me that I have to get the place passed by a certified electrician before I can get back my service. But when I seek to clear up the outstanding that I have, I realize that there's another amount that they told me that it's for the meter. So the duration of the time that the meter is there, they're telling me that I have to pay. And I remember the exact fee, but it's somewhere around $30, $50 or so. All right. So I'm thinking if I'm paying for the meter every month, that my deposit should be still intact. My account is still intact. But after I've gotten the certified electrician to certify the place, and I'm now supposed to go to them now, go get my thing up, get back my service. They are telling me that I have to pay a deposit.
I'm trying to, as you're speaking, send your question to a representative from the JPS, and let's see if we can do it while you're speaking. So when was the last time you communicated with anyone from the JPS, and what was the essence of that communication?
Yes, that's what I'm related to. Yes.
So this is where it's at now.
Yes, I have to pay a deposit in order for me to get back the service. After I've done get the certified electrician to come in and to certify.
I've never heard of that kind of an approach being taken before. Never experienced it. Never heard anyone else before now talking about it. And so,
which part of it? Which part of it?
The business of it getting to this point where the question of deposit and what becomes of the deposit is a part of the subject. It's usually JPS cut off your light for just 1 cent or 2 cents. And when I hear that, I usually remind people that it's a computerized system. Computers are not human beings. They don't have empathy and these things, and they're not able to understand the way we as human beings understand. Which is why I don't think they could ever replace us. But so those are some of the things I'm accustomed to hearing in relation to JPS. And as I'm talking, I'm trying to write this message, your question, in the meantime, to the representative.
Because I'm almost sure I was listening to Miss Shields, Mrs. Shields one day, and I heard her quizzing Miss McCallum.
Miss Callum,
right?
Winsome Callum,
right?
Yes,
and the whole idea of this deposit,
yes,
that they are held in I can't even say in trust. But I'm sure Miss Callum said something to the effect that your deposit is here and
and you can claim it if you decide to surrender your contract with them. But don't quote me.
Right.
Don't quote me on it.
At what point? Sorry, hold a moment, please.
That far away.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
4:15.
Living in the positive.
Tune in every Thursday at 11:30 a.m. to midday for your legal corner with Dahlia Walker Huntington during Power Talk on Power 106 FM. You can call our numbers 876-922-4112-5. The text and WhatsApp line is 876-279-8598. You can also send an email at yourlegalcorner106@gmail.com. Join Your Legal Corner for all matters in relation to immigration to the United States. Here, Dahlia offer great legal advice on your immigration queries and concerns. Learn about the filing process, when to file, and how to prepare for the move. That's Your Legal Corner, 11:30 to midday, every Thursday right here on Power 106 FM.
Living in the positive.
Tune in to Power Talk with Simon Groskill this Thursday, October 28th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. from Westmoreland Parish Focus, highlighting the parish's success stories and featuring discussions with stakeholders that will identify solutions to challenges and issues being faced by citizens of the parish. This broadcast is brought to you by the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation, Designer Tiles, Designer Solutions, James Lumberyard, Easy Spice Seasonings and Spices, Source One Feeds and Agricultural Supplies, Royal Medical Clinic and Hospital, and Geoland Titles. That's Westmoreland Parish Focus during Power Talk this Thursday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on Power 106 FM.
We're alone. That's how it.
Que ahora es en español, son las 4:17. Quelle heure est-il en français? Les 4:17. 现在 TDN 了4点17分. 17 minutes past 4 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Have you done your homework yet? If not, now is a good time. Good afternoon to all the schoolers listening to us from the early childhood level to the secondary level. Trust you had a productive day of learning today. Hope you also managed to get in some physical activity, just as important as mental activity. As we always say, young people, socialization makes you educable. Education makes you trainable. Training makes you employable, and the right attitude makes you successful. Homework time, young people. Yes, sir, I have sent your question to a representative from the JPS.
Yeah.
Whenever, perhaps you could send me a message, if even just to say hi in the message, so that I'm able to forward whatever response I get from JPS to you, or forward your details to the JPS so they can follow up.
Okay.
So you could identify yourself in the message or some other hint, so I know it's you, and I can share the information with the JPS.
Okay.
Right, that's it. Hello?
Yeah, man, the next thing I'd like to touch on. You hear me?
Sure. Go ahead now, please.
Yes, I'm saying that the conspiracy theories, is that the right wording?
Go ahead.
It's like the medium is rife for that kind of a situation, that kind of a thing right now, where I don't know who is better, the pastor who is accused of committing that particular act, or these persons who are putting forward the number of conspiracy theories of whether or not he has died and who he is related to and who is in his pocket or whose pocket he's in. And I don't know.
No, that's what people do. People talk. You're never ever going to escape that. Whether good, bad, indifferent, uncertainty, surety, people talk. That's what people do.
Well, Dervan, I think we need somebody to help us to manipulate this social media space because
You sure you want to use that word manipulate?
because why never me tell you the amount of things that is coming at you if you're not careful.
No,
You lose your head, man.
Well, this is where, again, comes back to the individual again, where we have to have our wits about us. In other words, have our faculties in order and be clear on what we stand for as individuals. As you know, you either stand for something or you fall for anything. Apparently, we're living in an age where it would seem that a lot of people are standing for little or nothing and therefore are falling for everything. So people are trying to consume all that is put out on social media, and they're doing it social media, and they're doing it voraciously.
Man.
And so, like food, we eat when we're hungry, and even when we're not. People have different reasons why they eat, when they eat, how they eat. And when it appears that nothing is happening, like a slow news day in a newsroom, then we have to find something. We have to come up with something. We have to do a follow-up story on this, or we have to start a trend.
Yeah, yes. Some people, it seems as if there are some persons there definitely just trying to catch.
Oh yes, that's what people do. People are
and the nonsense.
Yes, opportunistic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I heard the Barbadian Prime Minister say a thing the other day at this
United Nations.
Yes, where she's saying basically, how long must we wait for something to happen, to put in place for the monitoring of the social media space? Because I'm telling you, this thing can undermine government.
Yeah.
When you see what is taking place.
I don't know. I don't know about you. You'll be looking to take on the world in seeking to take on social media. I'm not sure any government anywhere in the world would. Well, there are some governments in the world which have put in place certain restrictions, but people still are able to operate. So, for example, in China, when I was in China, or before I got to China, I was told that you won't be able to use Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, because the Chinese government has set up some kind of a block to those sites. But then people in China also told us that if you have a VPN, virtual private network, if you have VPN on your phone, then you can seamlessly access those sites. So even in there's well, this is it. It's the World Wide Net. It's I beg your pardon, World Wide Web. That's what it is. The World Wide Web. Everything is out there. What we can concentrate in, because sometimes our energies are misplaced. We spend more time fighting the so-called bad guys, bad people, and giving them so much attention and so much energy that what that tends to do is to create a feeding trough for those who are jealous of the attention that the so-called bad guys are getting. So in order to benefit from that, then they follow in those so-called bad footsteps as well. And before you know it, those who don't wish to go that way feel left out and abandoned because they don't get that kind of attention. So perhaps what we need to spend most of our energies doing, because we know for the most part we have a general idea of what our problems are. We don't need somebody from Mars or wherever else to come and tell us. So we know, mind you, some of us live in denial. We pretend as if there's no such thing, etc., etc.
But one of the things why we can't dismiss them in there is that their following is so great.
It's not a matter of dismissing them. It's not a matter of dismissing them. It's a matter of recognizing that we live in a world, and even when we're saying them, we have to be careful because there are a variety of thems, so to speak. So, because everybody, I had the pleasure on another station, a radio station in Florida, Orlando to be precise, to interview a centenarian. And that's another one for the gentleman who called about words earlier on. There is a difference between a centurion and a centenarian. A centurion is, well, it's from ancient times. The centurion was the commander of a century in the ancient Roman army. And we know, for those who would have done some reading, that when we speak of a century, apart from it meaning a period of 100 years, it also speaks to a time when an individual known as a sentry would stand guard or stand watch outside the palace gates or whatever it was, etc. Right. So you can talk about a sentry or a centurion. A centenarian is another matter, because a centenarian, CENTENARIAN, is a person who is 100 or more years old. So if you're 100 or more years old, you are a centenarian. A centenarian. Right. Sorry, I digressed.
But you can't stop there, so you have to tell me about the man who lick 100 and the commentator says he's a centenarian.
You talk about a century maker. Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we're talking about the Thames.
Yes, so it's quite so in my conversation with this centenarian, he said, look, don't waste your time. I've never heard it put that way before, but he would know. He has lived to see 100. He would have experienced a lot. Yeah. He said, don't waste your time trying to get everybody to go the same way, or to be the same, or to do things the same way, because we are dealing, and we talk about it all the time on this program, we're dealing with individuals. Nobody has my fingerprints. My fingerprints are unique. That's all of us, each of us has unique prints. We are unique. We come from different places, literally and figuratively. What we can try to do is to, one moment, please.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
4:30.
Living in the positive,
Tune in every Thursday at 11:30 a.m. to midday for your legal corner with Dahlia Walker Huntington during Power Talk on Power 106 FM. You can call our numbers 876-922-4112 to 5. The text and WhatsApp line is 876-279-8598. You can also send an email at yourlegalcorner106@gmail.com. Join Your Legal Corner for all matters in relation to immigration to the United States. Here Dahlia offer great legal advice on your immigration queries and concerns. Learn about the filing process, when to file, and how to prepare for the move. That's Your Legal Corner, 11:30 to midday every Thursday right here on Power 106 FM.
Tune in to Power Talk with Simon Groskill this Thursday, October 28th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. from Westmoreland Parish Focus, highlighting the parish's success stories and featuring discussions with stakeholders that will identify solutions to challenges and issues being faced by citizens of the parish. This broadcast is brought to you by the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation, Designer Tiles, Designer Solutions, James Lumberyard, Easy Spice Seasonings and Spices, Source One Feeds and Agricultural Supplies, Royal Medical Clinic and Hospital, and Geoland Titles. That's Westmoreland Parish Focus during Power Talk this Thursday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on Power 106 FM.
I can't be right for somebody else if I'm not.
Que hora es en español? Son las 5:28. Quelle heure est-il en français? Les 5:28. 现在几点了？5点28分. 28 minutes to 5 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Do you know where your children are? Are they where they're supposed to be? Doing what they're supposed to be doing? It's a good time to check up on the children. A good time for us to continue with more on your program, Both Sides of the Story, here on Power 106 FM. So the idea, we can put forward our position. So I stand up and I say, this is who I am. This is my position. Who's coming with me? And people will decide for various reasons whether to follow your lead. It could be because they just like you or they love you. It could be because they believe you have something that they want or need. It's people follow for various reasons, and there are those obviously who are going to say, "Oh, me? No, sir. Me not them thing there. Me not go that way there. No." So it doesn't matter, and it happens all over the world. So this centenarian was saying, don't try too hard to convert people, to convince people. In fact, it is felt that the conviction of an individual tends to be much deeper if that individual moves on his or her own steam, as opposed to on a whim or fancy. So that's what the centenarian was essentially saying. Natalie in Washington Gardens is placing a video call. I'd rather not take a video call, Natalie in Washington Gardens. You might want to make a regular call as opposed to a video call, because that is video. And I don't ever want to see what I'm not supposed to see. So before I answer that call, I'll allow Natalie to make a voice call. So you can hang up and make a voice call, Natalie, as opposed to a video call. Because, yeah, we want to make that clear. Or message us, Natalie, to tell us why you're video calling us, as opposed to voice calling us. Over to you, Natalie. 876-922-4112 to 5. Let's clear some more messages. I missed something in that match. Was it today? South Africa versus West Indies. Something about was it Quinton de Kock who refused to take the knee? Yeah, I am again. It helps to make the point. Unless you sign a contract and you agree to certain terms of that contract in terms of how you comport yourself, how you respond to certain decisions, you're really free unless there's a contract that says you have to do it. Because not everybody, in fact, I personally speaking, I've been twirling around in my head the idea of, or this business of, as they say, taking the knee. It is surely one way that some people have found to be a pronounced manner in which to bring to and to keep in the public sphere the issue of racism. So that's how one person chooses. What one person started that. The fellow with the name there, Compromise Club something. Can't remember it right now. And as I understand it, Quinton de Kock chose to stand and raise his fist as opposed to kneel. And I'm saying, well, here's a situation the centenarian was talking about, different people who take different positions. So what if I prefer to stand and hold a fist in the air as opposed to kneel and hold a fist in the air? At least I am supporting the initiative. And you see, we have to be careful when we're dealing with mankind or human beings, put another way, or people. There are certain sensitivities, and we have to be careful. As I always say on this program, people are free to do what they want to do. People are free to be whatever they want to be, so long as that freedom does not infringe on another person's freedom. So you are free to demonstrate solidarity with any group or individual wherever in the world. Unless you live in a country where such an association is forbidden by law, in which case you'd be breaking the law. But the world we live in now calls for a greater appreciation of the varied persons, the varied personalities. Not that that is new, we have always had that, but now more than ever, different people are asserting themselves and are not just doing it on their own, but they are being facilitated. They are being, the way is being paved, and those who have been paving that way will tell you that they're doing it in the name of a more harmonious society, a more harmonious world, that we would just treat people with respect. And I think he also, was it trust that he also mentioned as another factor? Kindness. He said, be kind to everyone, respect everyone. And he also went as far as to tell us that he has had absolutely no enemies in his lifetime, no enemy in his lifetime. So this was the centenarian's perspective. So you can try to get others to follow your lead, but the reality and the very nature and state of man and mankind is that man will make that final decision. So you can preach, you can teach, you can beseech, but in the final analysis, the individual must decide whether to go left or right, up or down, in or out. You get the right. So anyway, we're developing on that point. Didn't we have someone online? Did we? Did we have on the phone line? No, not on the, hold on, Glenn, not you yet. Just a moment. Okay. All right. So let's go to Glenn then on our straight line, right? I think this is the straight line. Yep. 876-365-3346. Greetings, Glenn.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Now, century, according to my dictionary, should be pronounced century.
No, it's century.
Oh, yeah, anyway.
No, it's not anyway. No, that's the guide, the pronunciation guide. If we're speaking English,
okay,
it's not debatable actually. So careful that you don't become like the media person who shall remain nameless.
Yes, according to my dictionary.
Who was what kind of dictionary are you using?
It's Chambers dictionary from long ago. But anyway, let me just finish the point. According to my dictionary, century should be century should be century.
No. Under no.
I'm not saying you're wrong, you know.
No. I'm saying it's just not. It's just if we're talking about the English language, it has always been century.
Anyway, all right.
That's not going to change anytime soon.
I'm telling you the pronunciation in structure in this dictionary. And SENTRY is the guard, the person on guard. And that one's pronounced century. I'm not disputing what you said, but
no, it's not me, it's the dictionary. I'm pointing to the dictionary. I can't take credit. I can't take credit for these words and how they're pronounced. I'm yielding to the dictionary. And by the way, a Jamaican was involved in the compilation of the very first widely accepted dictionary of the English language. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just pointing out that this dictionary that I have here points out
and
century. Wait a minute, I'm not saying you're wrong,
No. What I'm saying is the information that you have in front of you is subject to your interpretation.
Yes, but I'm just okay. I'm
Right.
not saying you're wrong, all right.
I'm not arguing. I'm just saying that the information that you have in front of you is subject to your interpretation. Now, there are certain clues that we get in terms of the pronunciation of the word. The pronunciation guide is right there. So it depends.
Yes, I'm following that guide.
Yeah.
I'm following the guide in this dictionary. And it says century is pronounced century according to that team.
Never heard that anywhere in the world.
To keep out people that he does not want, it is SENTRY. It's pronounced century. Anyway, I'm not saying you're wrong or you're right.
No. It's one moment, please.
Dream of life that keeps me alive.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
4:45.
Living in the positive.
Power Talk on Power 106 FM, finding solutions to the challenges we face in a globalized world. Power Talk, taking talk radio to another level. Join Dr. Herbert Gale on Mondays and Tuesdays and Simon Crosskill from Wednesday to Friday as they provide riveting analysis on the issues of the day and speak with stakeholders charged with driving innovation to move Jamaica forward. Tune in for innovative features designed to showcase local developments and highlight how the global issues of the 21st century are being addressed. That's the powerful pair, Dr. Herbert Gale and Simon Crosskill on Power Talk, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. weekdays, right here on Power 106 FM.
Else, if I'm not right for me, I gotta be free. I've gotta be free.
Que hora es en espagnol? Son las 5:14. Quelle heure est-il en français? Les 5:14.现在 TDN 了5点 cha 14分 14 minutes to 5 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Good afternoon to all working Jamaicans tuned into both sides of the story here on Power 106 FM. It's a good time for us to ask ourselves, how productive have we been today? How productive have we been today? I think what I'm hearing in terms of your pronunciation, Glenn, your pronunciation, listen carefully, your pronunciation is a little too pronounced.
Yeah, I was just yes, I agree with that.
So I think that is what is causing the confusion or the apparent confusion.
Yeah, I was just emphasizing it.
Right.
The dictionary actually shows it in 3 syllables.
Right. So it's like
cemetery and cemetery.
Right.
The American cemetery and the cemetery.
Right. And there's the other one in terms of, just to give you an idea of what is pronounced as opposed to what is pronounced heavily as opposed to softly. Take for example, violence.
Yeah, violence.
So there are some people who, for emphasis, they say violence. Now, on the face of it, you would say violence is violence.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, it is, except that in order to get an accurate the accurate pronunciation, according to the publishers of the English, the Oxford English Dictionary, since that's my reference,
another one is bayonet. Bayonet.
Right. I just wanted to finish violence. So you might very well, you say violence. People say that, but what you want to do is to soften that. So my suggestion is remove the I and put a Y there, and go violence. So I think that's what a while ago it's just the emphasis.
I actually overemphasized it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
That's what threw me off a while ago. But you're perfectly correct. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Next subject.
Yes.
I like to give another name on it with the class.
Yes.
The colors of the rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
They can be remembered in the right order by the name Roy G. Biv. ROYGBIV. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Those are the colors of the rainbow in the correct order.
Roy G. Biv.
Yeah, Roy G. Biv.
Got you. Mm-hmm.
Right. Now, there are other radiation. No, light from the sun can be split up by a prism into those colors. But beyond the red is a color that cannot be seen with the eyes. at least most people can see. And above the violet are other radiations that can be seen with the eye. So below the red, you have infrared, and above the violet, you have ultraviolet. That's how those words come about.
Right. Got you.
Right. Right. Bye for now.
Thank you, Glenn. All the best. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website. Go-Jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. The English language is a most peculiar language. And in fact, some people argue that it is the hardest, especially non-English speakers or non-native English speakers will tell you that it is the hardest language to learn. But so it is. It is the international language of business, and we naturally have a choice. We can choose to speak in our own mixed languages, whether mixing some English with some Spanish and French, etc., here and there, or we can choose to learn the English language, and that learning never ends. By the way, it never ends. It's every day there is something new. There's something different. But so it is. Let's clear some more of the messages that are popping up. Carol is still online from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Some others. Everything about the accident is suspicious, says Carol in Calgary. Faye Weller, good afternoon to you. Grace Asphalt, in supporting Carol, says the chain of events since the murder at the alleged cult pastor's church have left us to speculate, wonder, and ponder. Inez Ayona Campbell says, good afternoon, everyone. We're getting some very hard rain here now. How I wish I didn't have to go home. That's Inez Ayona Campbell in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Grace Asphalt has posted a YouTube video with someone pronouncing the word century. Thank you very much, Grace. Also, gosh, there's some more here on YouTube. Let's hop across. Plus, we haven't touched the message, some of the messages on. Oh, let's just see how many we can go through quickly. Goodness. Sam XG says, good afternoon, Mr. Malcolm. Can you tell me why, as a private homeowner, the NWC is charging me sewerage charges? Thank you. Kerry Berry Johnson says, good afternoon, Sir Malcolm. I'm asking for your help for Sunday from Sunday. Oh, I'm asking for your help from Sunday. We don't have any water. Upper and Lower Mall Road. Is it Mall Road or Marl Road? M-A-L-L or M-A-R-L? Not sure. I actually know that I've heard that road before. It's just that I'm not sure if it's being pronounced in Jamaican or in English. Somebody will tell us in a little while. So they haven't had any water in the Mall Road community of Waltham Park Road. All now, says the message, no water, and they did not inform us about it. Thank you. All right, here's what we're going to do right away. We're going to bring up the WhatsApp on both devices here on the laptop itself so that we can copy the message from YouTube or the messages with respect to water issues. We can copy them from sorry, Natalie, now you're calling us via voice message or using You're making a voice call now, but we can't even touch the phone right now because we're busy trying to send these messages to Andrew Cannon of the National Water Commission. So, Natalie, sorry, a lot of time was wasted earlier on making video calls as opposed to regular voice calls. So we're sending those who have sent us the messages re-water, the water problem, and related matters. Yes, this one here, let's copy. We're doing it. We don't want to leave it until after work because we're already being asked to return calls after work. So let's see. So we're posting all those of you who have Sam XG, Kerry Berry Johnson. We're posting your messages to Andrew Cannon's WhatsApp. Well, he has two numbers on WhatsApp. So we're populating his, is this another one? No, Mr. Malcolm, I was driving into Kingston today, coming from Old Harbor direction. And just before you reach the diversion to go Portmore, I saw some houses being built. Is this Jamaica come to? What do you mean, Oliver? It is a disgrace that people would build these type of houses to sell people. Well, that would be obviously from your viewpoint, from your standpoint, from your position, based on aesthetics, what you think is or find to be aesthetically pleasing, which is fine. Now, for me to comment on that, Oliver Burrell, I'd have to see the houses myself in order to give an opinion. I can't go off your opinion because we have different tastes, different backgrounds, different appreciation for all different types of architecture, etc. So I'm going to jump over that one and leave that with you. Oliver, maybe you could send us pictures. Richard Oldacre says we're individuals because inside we are dual spirit. That's why one mind says do it and another says don't. Yaga asks, why are we arguing about pronunciation of English words? English is notorious for various pronunciations and even spellings. The aim is communication. I think we dealt with that anyway, Yaga. Thank you very much. Richard Oldacre is asking, could the problem be that we are black people talking like we are white people and having white people names? Well, there are those who have long held those positions and they have acted in kind by changing their names to reflect their African heritage, Richard Oldacre. So people are free to do that. And then he goes on to say, we would have the same problems if we were speaking Chinese. It's not our father's tongue. Well, wherever you're born, you're likely to speak, you're more likely to be speaking the language of that place, unless within your household there are speakers of other languages who interact with you. And children can learn multiple languages at an early stage. They're good like that. Can we thank you once again for the privilege of serving you on yet another edition of your program, Both Sides of the Story, for today, Tuesday, the 26th of October, 2021. The moving finger writes, and having writ moves on, nor all your piety nor wit shall lure it back to cancel half a line, nor all your tears wash out a word of it. It is written. All things being well, Both Sides of the Story returns tomorrow afternoon, 2 to 5. Till then, this is Dervan Malcolm reminding all of us that every day is an opportunity to do better than yesterday. Take care.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
5 o'clock.
News, comprehensive, powerful, and credible.
Power 106 FM now presents a simulcast of Radio Jamaica's news at 5.